Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Huntley. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, an even 90 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And a decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's taken in there by James Washington. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Third and short yardage. Cousins. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Cousins now to throw on first down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. On play action, Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Cousins again. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now pass there, complete to Westbrook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Off the play fake. Huntley. And he completes it to Westbrook. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On first down, it's Miller. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Off play action. Huntley looking long for Westbrook. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Cousins gives way to Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll move the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A give. This is Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now sounds
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Cousins on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone. Before going out. On 1st and 10, Cousins looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They begin with a run by Miller. Fights gets forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Huntley. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They're going to try and throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Huntley. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 4th down, Huntley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chaisson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Cousins now. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Final play of the half, Cousins. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up?
And now nothing but green ahead of him.
I need to get my swag right now.
10. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff to Miller. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Again, it's Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Miller. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Huntley. Return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to launch it for Washington. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmaker.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Daniil Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And they'll run with a man signed away from Washington. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
And now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Huntley. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Off the play fake. Huntley. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10. To throw, Huntley. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
23 yards on the play.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. They'll run on first down. Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run for it with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 3rd and goal, here's the option left. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. That's out to the left and complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. On first down, it's Cook. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That blitz coming, and down he goes. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking,